and welcome our beloved viewers to RTD's News English Edition. As usual, we bring to you the major and top highlights of today. The back 2024. The back started for this year. And on the international scene, still in the Palestinian issue, where South Africa approves the bill. Those were the major and top highlights. Welcome back to our newsroom, our beloved viewers. In accordance with Article 12 and 21 of the internal regulations, the President of the Parliamentary Institution, Mr. Deleta Mohammed Deleta, invited his colleagues, heads of internal bodies of Parliament, to the traditional meeting of the Conference of Presidents on Monday, June 3rd, 2024. In addition to the presence of the interim Prime Minister, Mr. Ali Hassan Bahdon, Minister of Justice in charge of Human Rights, representing the executive, the audience was made of the first and second Vice Presidents of Parliament, the Presidents of the groups parliamentarians, the Presidents of the standing committees, as well as the General Reporter and the Secretary General of the National Assembly. 12 bills were thus transferred to the committees. First, a bill number 62 and 63/N/24 9th of Legislature approving the financial accounts of for the 2021 and 2022 financial years of the National School of Ecological Studies. The second bill was 65/N/24 9th Legislature adopting the financial accounts of the National Tourism Agency, also known in short as ANT, for the 2022 financial year. The third bill was 69/N/24 9th Legislature adopting the financial accounts of the National Office of Water and Sanitation of Djibouti, ONIAD, for fiscal year 2021. Fourth, bill number 108/N/24/9th Legislature approving the financial accounts of the Djibouti Study and Research Center, CERT, for the 2022 financial year. Fifth, bill number 109/N/24 9th Legislature approving the financial accounts of the Higher Institute of Health Science, which is also known as ISSS in short, for the 2022 financial year. Sixth bill, bill number 110/N/24 9th Legislature, which approves the financial accounts of the National Social Security Fund census for the 2021 financial year. Seventh bill number 111/N/24 9th Legislature, approving the financial accounts of Djibouti International Airport for the 2021 financial year. Draft law number 115/N/24 Legislature, ratifying the constitutional financing agreement for the support project for the agro-business sectors of Djibouti. Ninth bill number 116/N/24 9th Legislature, authorizing the ratification of the treaty establishing the Intergovernmental Authority for Development, also known in short as IGAD. 10th bill number 117, 118, 119/N/24 9th of the Legislature, the adoption of the financial accounts of the Post of Djibouti for the financial years of 2019, 2020, and 2024. 11th bill number 120/N/24 9th Legislature, ratifying the additional financing agreement for the Economic Management and Statistics Development Project. 12th bill number 121/N/24 9th Legislature, adopting the National Non-Contributory Social Protection Strategy for the Strengthening of Human Capital from 2023 to 2027 of the Republic of Djibouti. After consultations and examinations of the agenda, the Conference of Presidents set the nature and timetable of future legislative activities. It has been decided that the deadline for deliberation and voting on the various texts during the legislative procedure is now set. The first public session will take place on June 13 on the eve of Eid al-Fitr. The last week before and after the commemoration of June 27th will be mainly devoted to the final examination of the bills already studied in committee, and therefore to the last public session of the first ordinary session of 2024. This Monday, June 3rd, 2024, under the patronage of the Prime Minister, Mr. Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed, the People's Palace hosted the launching ceremony of the Ashberg project on the establishment of the statue. The event is organized by the Ministry of Youth and Culture in cooperation with UNESCO. After the presentation of the reasons for the meeting and the participants, the reading of verses from the Holy Quran, and the playing of the national anthem, the ceremony began in front of a packed room. In his speech, the regional representative of UNESCO welcomed the launch of this project aimed at enhancing ethics and guaranteeing the rights of the artists artists whose talents have made it possible to perpetuate cultural values and practical know-how. The UN diplomat says he is honored that this project can start today with the support and mobilization of the Ministry of Youth and Culture, showing in passing his confidence in achieving the objective of the said project. For the minister, establishing the statute of the artist, improving working conditions for a decent life while guaranteeing intellectual property rights is to promote a cultural development. It is to revitalize the safeguarding of the rich and diverse intangible cultural heritage of our country. Evoking the projects to revitalize the statue of the artist during the National Month of the Artist and Mother Tongue in December 2024, Dr. Hibo stressed that the launch of this Ashbrook project constitutes a promising new era. For his part, the Minister Ali Hassan Bahdon said he was delighted that the artist gifted with majestic stylings was a main actor in guaranteeing the sustainability of a national cultural identity, establishing Djibouti as a free and sovereign country in the concerts and concerts of nation. The Djiboutian government ensures its full support for initiatives aimed at improving the conditions of the artists and therefore promoting the development of the culture, concluded His Excellency the Minister Ali Hassan Bahdon. The Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hibo Mumin Asoui, immediately expressed both greetings and thanks to His Excellency, the Acting Prime Minister, Mr. Ali Hassan Bahdon, Keeper of in charge of human rights, the UNESCO representative, the experts, and all the artists and cultural professionals present on site. For his part, Mr. Ali Hassan Bahdon, interim Prime Minister, highlighted that the launch of this project marks a significant step in the perspectives of cultural promotion and development of art in the Republic of Djibouti. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, participated this Sunday, June 2nd, 2024, in the preparatory ministerial meeting for the Korea-Africa Summit, which was held in Seoul, the South Korean capital. The foreign ministers examined in particular the draft agenda on the Korea-Africa Summit as well as the draft final declaration, which will be adopted on June 4th. On the sidelines of the ministerial meeting, the head of Djiboutian diplomacy had several bilateral meetings with his counterparts in order to review issues of common interest. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation was accompanied during this ministerial meeting by the Ambassador of Djibouti to Ethiopia and permanent representative of the Republic of Djibouti to the African Union, Ambassador Abdi Mahmoud Ebe, Ambassador of Djibouti associated to the Republic of Korea with residence in Tokyo, Ambassador Ibrahim Bile Douale, and the Director of Bilateral Relations at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Mahdi Abdi Bouh. The first written tests for the baccalaureate session 2024 began this Monday, where June 3rd in all general education, vocational and Arabic series. This will continue throughout the week. More than 9,150 candidates are registered for the 2024 baccalaureate. Among the candidates, there is a strong presence of candidates from the general series, with 7,014 registered. The technical and professional series have 1,656 candidates, while 391 students are taking the Arabic baccalaureate. It should be noted that 89 of the refugee students also participated in these tests. The exams took place in 26 centers spread across the national territory. In Djibouti City, the Training Center for Basic Education Teachers, Umar Gali Ahmed, as well as the capital's high school, Djibouti State High School, Gabot, Hodan, and Bilbala, and the sectoral career training centers hosted the baccalaureate exams, and in the regions, the baccalaureate took place in the various high schools in the main towns. A highlight of this year, 2024, the participation rate for the Management Science SG series is in the general baccalaureate reached a record level of 50%, thus demonstrating a growing interest among young Djiboutians in this field of study. This morning, the exam subjects were transported under heavy escort by the gendarmerie, who ensured the security and confidentiality of the sealed envelopes given to the heads of exam centers. As for the organizational system, which has become a tradition for the MENFOP, as usual, it mobilized considerable resources to ensure the smooth running of the tests. Teachers and administrative staff joined forces to provide surveillance, sectorial, and logistical support, ensuring the smooth running of the exam centers. This Monday, on the occasion of the first day of the General Baccalaureate Professional Baccalaureate and Arabic Baccalaureate exams, the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud, made a tour in several examination centers to inquire about the smooth running of the test. During this visit, the Minister held meetings with the heads of centers as well as members of the Examination Secretariat. He firmly urged the various officials to ensure rigor and organization during this crucial period. In addition, the Minister recalled the strict ban on the carrying of mobile phones in examination rooms in accordance with the memo on examinations in order to ensure fairness and optimal concentration for all candidates. The Minister expressed his satisfaction with the establishment of a nurse in each examination center to take care of candidates likely to be unwell, thus showing the Minister's commitment to guaranteeing the well-being of students during this stressful time. Finally, the Minister highlighted the specific measures taken to support candidates coming from remote localities like Damarjuk. The Minister provides their transportation and meals, thus facilitating their access to examination center and allowing them to concentrate fully on their tests. On the sidelines of the 77th World Health Assembly, which began on Monday, May 27, 2024, in Geneva, Switzerland, under the theme Award Mobilized on Health for Everyone, with the participation of the Republic of Djibouti. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Robli Abdili, participated in the launch of the work of this assembly, which will be continued until June 1st. This year, the World Health Assembly, which is the decision-making body for the World Health Organization, has set priorities with the framework of the current context, namely climate emergencies and increasing cases of non-communicable diseases worldwide, such as hypertension and obesity. It is within the framework of the project entitled Promoting the Resilience of Women and Their Communities in the Fight Against Gender-Based Violence, financed by the Japanese Fund for Social Development through the bank, that today, Monday 3rd, the startup workshop for the activities for the project to support the resilience of women and their communities in the face of gender-based violence was held at the prestigious Kempeski Palace of Djibouti. Chaired by the Minister of Women and Family, Mrs. This support program called VBG is a project intending from collaboration of the Djiboutian state represented by the Ministry of Women and Family with the Japanese Embassy. This is the first major project aimed at survivors by providing them with holistic support and creating an environment favorable to their healing and empowerment. At the end of this project, it is planned to strengthen the capacity of national actors who are primarily concerned in the fight against gender-based violence throughout training, which will be provided by international experts with a view to improve their support. On Sunday, June 2nd, Mr. Abdulqadir Hussein Umar presented to His Majesty King Abdullah II his letters of credence in his capacity as ambassador of the non-resident Republic of Djibouti to the Kingdom of Jordan. During the audience, the ambassador conveyed to the Jordanian sovereign the warm frontal greetings of the President of the Republic of Djibouti, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh. The ambassador praised the excellent relations of solidarity and cooperation that unites the two countries. He also expressed his desire and determination to work harder to strengthen the special ties that exist between our two countries. His Majesty welcomed the strong personal and frontal relationship that binds him to the President of the Republic and expressed the great esteem that he has for his brother, the President, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh. A training certificate award ceremony for the CAM staff was held at the National Institute of Public Administrative, INAP, and financed by the FINIAP this morning, Monday. This end of training ceremony was chaired by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Labor in charge of formalization and social protection, the Principal Advisor of the Ministry of Health, the Executive Secretary in charge of administrative labor reform, the Director General of INAP, health officials, as well as beneficiaries. Note that the ceremony ended with the presentation of certificates to the beneficiaries, a gift to the Director of the CAM, a certificate of recognition to the Head of the Health of Financial Administrative Services, and a family photo. As part for the preparations for the June 27th festivities, the President of the Municipality of Balbala, Mr. Muhammad Hassan Saeed, raised the tone in an honestly adheres to citizens' commitment by validating his municipal plan on unitary conditions, public insecurity, and civic act. It is moreover with close collaboration of the Mayor of the City of Djibouti, Mr. Saeed Dawood, as well as the law enforcement authorities of the community of Balbala, namely among others, the commander of the Hodan police station, Colonel Saleh, and commander of Balbala Gendarmerie, a day which was in particular marked by the atheism and joy of participants made up of local elected officials, representatives of civil society, organizations, and parliamentarians who convinced us of the importance of this gathering around patriotic values and decision illustrating citizen engagement. During his speech, the President of the Commune, Mr. Muhammad Hassan, largely addressed the Balbala communal plan and explored the state of affairs in the municipality of Balbala without ignoring the urgency of intervening in terms of unitary conditions, public insecurity, and the disengagement of the community. A multi-party consultation workshop to align the objectives and expected results of the association's 3-year action plan opened this morning at the People's Palace. Organized by the courtesim NGO of PLA, which is also known as Peace and Milk Institute, this workshop, which is part of the National Security Strategies and Regional Development Program, saw the participation of representatives of associations and representatives of different sectoral ministerial. For the NGO, the interior of this program, this involves setting up a multi-stakeholder consultation framework to align the objectives and expected results of the action plan with national strategies, sectoral and regional PDRs. During this workshop, representation on different areas of capacity building for civil society organizations was made by Mrs. Fatuma Mahmoud, the executive. Members of Customs of Brigade in close cooperation with the Bias Army and elements of the police detachment, the Gendarmerie Brigade of the Ali Sabih region intercepted a large quantity of qat goods at the Galili border contraband from Ethiopia. In total, around 100 parcels of 100 packets of qat each were seized and placed in storage before subjecting them to procedure for destroying contraband goods. These interceptions of products illegally introduced into the national territory are part of actions taken to combat contraband of all kinds. This illicit cargo was estimated at the financial value of more than 1 million Djiboutian francs for sale by customs agents. According to the standard procedure in force, this quantity was transmitted to the Customs Brigade and destroyed on site in the presence of the head of the Ali Sibih Customs Brigade, Mr. Muhammad Mu'min Hassan. Shifting gears towards the international scene now, Chilean President Gabriel Boric revealed on Saturday during a speech to the National Congress in February that Chile would support South Africa's lawsuit against Israel before the International Court of Justice. In a speech lasting more than 2.5 hours, Boric has said the decision was based on the UN Genocide Convention. In addition to the announcement, Boric revealed that he would introduce a legal abortion bill to Congress by the end of the year, fulfilling a campaign promise. Well, by this, our beloved viewers, we finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.